What's up, everyone? John from Beyond ARTV. It's time for a track review of the new Beartooth single, Aggressive, from an album of the same name, coming June 3rd. If you guys aren't familiar, I was actually a pretty big fan of that debut album, Disgusting. It came out 2 years ago. It was actually another June release, so we get June once again, new Beartooth. Took me by surprise, heard one song from Disgusting, I think beforehand. Somebody had tweeted it to me, and I gave it a listen, didn't think too much about it. And then the record came along and it just totally surprised me. Really, really loved that album. And while it didn't hold up that well for me, even in 2014, only getting an honorable mention on my best albums list, it kind of slipped over time. But at the same time, there's still some really good songs on there that I do find myself coming back to. It was like one of those ones that gripped me for a second and then it kind of like loosened that grip a little bit, if that analogy makes sense. But at the same time, I still really appreciate the musicality of it and just the intensity of some of the music that was really thoroughly enjoyable. Like, I Have a Problem as such an emotional tune that I still come back to. Body Bag, the lines, just an intense opener. A great, just kind of like a crossover tune that I could see being successful in like radio markets in between. Really, really cool track here. And we get Aggressive now. And it's a tune that doesn't strike me with that same intensity, especially for a song called Aggressive. Putting yourself out there as the lead single from an album that is going to encapsulate a certain feeling. And this one just, I don't want to say phoned in, but it just feels like it's lacking in some areas, and it does feel like it's limited in what it does. I like some of the guitars on this track. Some of the moments are a little bit more punchy, but some of them are a little bit too crunched together, and it just feels like they're very limited into how much I can actually dive into them. The drums don't feel like they're doing anything that crazy. Definitely maybe a little bit lower like hardcore and punk influenced in areas, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like they're doing anything all that interesting in the background. So the main thing I find myself focusing on is just the vocals, the lyrics, and the guitar. And the guitar here has kind of like a stale line that doesn't really feel like there's too much progression, but at the same time, I mean, it's enjoyable enough. It feels like something that would be just like put out there as like a lead single. Maybe this could be marketed to like hard rock radio, modern rock radio. I'm not exactly sure. It doesn't feel like that strong of like a first foot forward to put forward to get people excited about the record. But then again, there are things that I like about it. I do like the lyrical content on here. It seems like they're trying to dive into some interesting subject matter, kind of putting themselves out on the line. Caleb Shomo calling some people out, and I do like the screams and the verses of this track and just the harshness there, but the chorus just feels a little bit more basic, and I can't say that I find it very entertaining at all. And I'm hoping this is going to be another one of those scenarios where you hear the first track and then you hear it in the context of the record and it works a lot more for you. And I'm not saying that Beaten and Lips was like that for me. I don't know why I didn't pay it that much mind at first, because I do feel like that's such a strong anthem of a track. Just a nice message behind it and just some great moments there. And I do like the breakdown on this track. Things get a little bit interesting there for a second with what they do. A nice little pattern, nice little twist, I guess you could say. But at the same time, does it make up for the rest of the song? Not exactly, but I'm not hating or loving this song. I guess I'm just kind of like right in the middle of the road, almost indifferent on it. After about 10 lessons, I'm just still feeling kind of not too positive, not too negative. So I'm going to go with a 3 out of 5 for my rating for this track. What did you guys think of it, though? Did you enjoy it? Are you excited for the record? I actually pre-ordered this on vinyl. If I don't end up liking the record, I'll give it away whenever I do the album review on my main channel, ARTV. If I do like it, though, it's mine. Sorry. It's limited edition colored vinyl, and I'm kind of into that stuff. So thanks for watching, hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, because friends don't let friends go unsubscribed. I will see you guys very soon right here on Beyond ARTV.